Headliner Nation, what's going on? Welcome back to the Fantasy Headliners. Kyle here to take you through our game preview and predictions of the Ravens and Bills divisional matchup this Saturday. This might be the best game of the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Very excited to check this game out, and it's going to set the tone for the weekend as well. The first game on Saturday. If we get a heck of a game here, it could be another great weekend full of football matchups. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk a little bit about this and what we will see moving forward throughout the matchup. So, jumping into some big name injuries to watch, first and foremost, the Baltimore Ravens, all on the defensive side of the ball. Matthew Judon with an illness, Marcus Peters with a back, Calais Campbell. Now, Calais Campbell is non-injury related. Calais Campbell, just he didn't practice on Wednesday, just rest for him. Marcus Peters did not practice on Tuesday or Wednesday as of this recording, and his back is what has been bothering him. Matthew Judon is a non-COVID related illness. Did not practice Tuesday or Wednesday either. Nothing right now specifically leading to neither of these guys being able to suit up, but definitely something to watch out for later in the week. On the Buffalo side of the ball, Cole Beasley with his knee. He's been a limited participant in practice both Tuesday and Wednesday. Stefon Diggs with an oblique has been a limited participant in practice both Tuesday and Thursday. And Tremaine Edmonds, the talented linebacker, his hamstring bothering him a little bit, also a limited participant on Tuesday and Wednesday. Now, as of right now, everybody on the Buffalo Bills report, they're just limited participants right now, except for defensive end Daryl Johnson. So everybody listed here should be ready to roll come Saturday. Now, if you're going to be playing a little bit of DFS this weekend, who you want to take a shot with? Who you going to be putting in that lineup? Well, some of the bigger names you're going to be taking a look at this week, obviously, we're going to list them here for you and talk about them. Lamar Jackson is going to be the most expensive option on this list. But, I mean, he kind of deserves it for the way he has been playing, and we'll talk about that a little bit more here in a minute with our keys to win and our predictions. So he's going to be a little bit on the spicy side. I'm going to tell you, if you'd rather go with Josh Allen, you could, if you're saying, well, I'll go with Josh Allen instead of Lamar Jackson, don't let the price difference be any type of a determining factor. Only $200 less for Josh Allen. So you're going to go with who you like best here. J.K. Dobbins at $6,000 for a running back. Actually, to me, it might sound a little bit expensive for J.K. Dobbins. Again, we'll talk about it here more in a minute, but I don't think that's a bad price for him this week. Marquise Brown, $5,200, a solid price tag, maybe a little bit boomer bust. Actually might be a little bit safe as well. I mean, it is a tough defense. You don't really want to throw him in there against the Bills unless you're 100% sure he is going to have himself a day. But Marquise Brown, Lamar Jackson, the connection is strong as of late. Mark Andrews, okay, the Bills can give up some big plays to tight ends. Mark Andrews is probably one of my favorite plays in this matchup. But Dawson Knox has been getting so many looks by Josh Allen recently. I mean, since the last quarter of the season, he was a tight end one. And for only $3,100, if you're playing in a GPP and you're looking to get yourself a little bit of action this week for some big payouts, you can pay down for Dawson Knox to be able to pay up elsewhere. I don't hate that at all. The Diggs and Allen connection, that's going to be a very expensive connection, but that might be one of your better combinations, your better stacks this week. One of your more consistent stacks this week. And Gabriel Davis, Beasley, we know he's going to get a lot of looks. Gabriel Davis is a little boom or bust for me right now. If Diggs and Beasley and Brown are all in the lineup, then Davis, you're really just praying the dude scores a touchdown. What are the keys to win in the matchup, though? Let's take a look at that for Baltimore. Keep it going, L-Jacks. Look, that's going to be the most important thing this week is that Lamar Jackson continues his steady climb back to being a top-tier quarterback. Obviously struggled at the beginning of the season. The offense was very inconsistent, but about this last quarter of the season, the offense has looked absolutely fantastic. They didn't let up last week at all. Lamar Jackson looked like he took a big step forward in his growth in terms of being safe with the ball, not turning it over, and knowing where to go with it. He's got to keep that up. And for the Baltimore, on the defensive side of the ball for the Baltimore Ravens, they got to keep Josh Allen in the pocket. I mean, it kind of goes the same thing with Lamar Jackson. The more that you can keep both of these mobile quarterbacks in the pocket, the better. Now, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are a little bit different, okay? So obviously when I say mobile quarterback, I'm not saying running quarterback. Those are two different things for me. Both of these guys are mobile quarterbacks. If you were trying to say one is a running quarterback, Lamar Jackson would be closer to that than what Josh Allen is, but I don't categorize Lamar Jackson as a running quarterback either. So, but you got to keep Allen in the pocket. Allen can move from the pocket. He can improvise. He's shown a tremendous growth in his accuracy, especially trying to throw on the run this year. You got to keep him in the pocket. You got to keep him from making those plays, moving the ball down the field with his legs or improvising and finding that open receiver. You got to get back there. You got to get him down quick, and you got to keep him contained. What about the Bills? Well, you got to make Baltimore one-dimensional. That's going to be the key. Make them one-dimensional. Make them throw the ball consistently. If you can put them in a situation where all they can do is throw the ball, that is not their game. If they get pushed into that type of a situation, they're not nearly as dangerous. They want to stay balanced, and that is going to be the best way for them to win this game. If you can put them into a situation where they have to throw consistently, that's where you have an opportunity to win this ball game. What about on the offensive side of the ball? Well, don't forget to run the football, okay? Yeah, you do not have Zach Moss. You just signed Devonta Freeman. Obviously, you have Devin Singletary, but you cannot forget to run the football. Just like you want to make Baltimore one-dimensional, you don't want to stay one-dimensional either. Because if you become one-dimensional, then that pass rush for the Baltimore Ravens, they can pin their ears back and they can get to the backfield, and that's all they have to worry about. You do not want that as an offense. Now that we've talked about the keys to win a little bit, what are we looking at in terms of our predictions this week? Well, Jake and I, we disagree on this one a little bit. Jake's going with Buffalo, and I'm going to tell you, I went with Buffalo to begin with as well. But here's what changed my mind. So the Buffalo weather on Saturday. It says a chance of snow showers before 11 a.m. and then a chance of rain and snow afterwards, a high of 36. The chance of participation is 40%. Now, it's not going to be a large accumulation, and as it gets into Saturday night, the chance of snow showers or it turning from rain to snow greatly increases, but that's still a big concern for me. That is a huge concern for me in that weather. I'm looking at this point, what run game do I feel like has the best chance to win this game? And for me, it's J.K. Dobbins, it's Gus Edwards, and it's Lamar Jackson. You've got three guys that you can take in and out of your lineup and continue to run the football effectively, and you have dynamic, big playmakers out of the backfield. You don't have that with Buffalo. I like Devin Singletary, but Devin Singletary is not that type of playmaker. And I don't know if we can especially think of a guy like Devonta Freeman coming in and making a huge impact right away. This is going to be Devin Singletary this week. We're going to see, a little bit of movement in the back as well, all right? But can they get it done? Can that be the Bills' path to winning? We know Josh Allen can run the football, and we know he can do a really good job of it. But outside of that, Devin Singletary, Tywan Jones, some other guys that you're going to have in the backfield there, it's just not speaking to me the way the Ravens backfield does. And I think that's going to be the key to victory this week. The Ravens, in this weather and potentially crappy conditions, controlling the game on the ground, and maybe striking with a couple of big plays here and there down the field. And that's what could potentially get it done this week. Headliner Nation, what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Who do you think is going to win? Give me the score and toss out a reason why you think they are going to win. If you're new here to the Fantasy Headliners, hit that subscribe button. Become a part of Headliner Nation today. Also, like the video if you appreciate that content. And like I just said, let me know your predictions down in the comments below. Headliner Nation, appreciate you tuning into this video. I'll catch you on the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy. See you later.